probably our staple, what we'd eat every day, was pork and rice. We'd eat that every day. Yeah, so rice, obviously, it's Asia, so they eat rice, but they would grill up this, pork and throw it on. It was just amazing. It only cost like 50 cents for a box of rice with some of that on, so it was good. I love eating that. But they had everything, They had all sorts of really great soup. The Vietnamese, since we served the Vietnamese people there, we ate a lot of Vietnamese food. And they have this famous soup called pho, P-H-O. I haven't met an American that doesn't like it yet. It's awesome. And it's just basically Vietnamese chicken noodle soup, but it takes them like 8 hours to cook it. Yeah, because they get the flavors out of the bones. They soak it, for a long time. So that was another staple. For drinks, one of the awesome ones that probably saved my life over there was the sugarcane juice. Yeah, they had this big press and they'd put the sugarcane through it, and it would squeeze out the juice, and they'd throw in some ice and a cup of water. So that was awesome. Yeah, sugarcane juice probably saved my life, and in the heat there.
Food there, I think it's absolutely amazing. At first I thought it was a little bit weird, but I got used to it pretty quickly. They eat a lot of stir fries over there. They eat a lot of different types of soups or curries or stews. They eat a lot of rice. They eat a lot of noodles. And a lot of the food there is really sour. They love their unripe fruit. So they will eat unripe mangoes with pepper and chilies and stuff. They will eat unripe whatever. They will pick stuff off the trees and they will tell you, oh, it's going to be really sweet, elder, and then you try it and then it's extremely bitter or extremely sour. I even tried, I think, salted banana peels once. I remember trying things that were probably as sour as warheads. It was very interesting. So food-wise, the members, even though there's a mission rule that you can only eat at members' houses once a week, the members will always try to feed you as much as possible. They will always try to buy little snacks for you, buy these little sweet crackers for you. They have things called nooms, which is sort of a generic term for everything that's like sweet or baked goods or fried goods. So they'll often try to give you like these little, I think in English they'd be called mooncakes. They would often give you little different cookies. They're not exactly like cookies how we know in America, but they're sort of like these Cambodian baked goods. So they're always trying to give us fruit or something. So they never want the missionaries to starve. But sometimes you have to interact with some members who always try to give you a lot of food. Like I remember in one area there was this lady who would feed us twice a week. She had dozens. Over the past couple of years, she had introduced maybe 30, 40, or even 50 people to the gospel. So we knew we had to eat her food no matter what she made. So often we had like the stew that had like squash and fish paste in it, and it tasted a little bit weird. Sometimes we would have like roasted or fried rat. So we had a lot of interesting meals when I was there. That wasn't normal though. Usually they eat a lot of really good stir fries. The fried rice over there is really good. The fried noodles over there is really good. Their curry is absolutely to die for. And they have a lot of other really good things that they eat over there. When you're going out to eat, it's usually very cheap. You're paying maybe $1.50, maybe $2 for a meal that you can eat as much rice as you want. You'll probably get really full, so you don't have to spend much money when you're there on food. Alligator is pretty good. It sort of tastes like maybe about 80% pork, 20% fish. It's a pretty nice meal. I also had dog, but I felt really bad about having it because there were some members that raised dogs and convinced us never to eat dog again. But that tastes sort of like pork. But it tastes, I think, a little bit more like rat. But you probably never had rat. I've also had, what else is crazy? I had this really weird salad once. It had a lot of, usually they use a lot of different types of leaves and a lot of different types of things like parsley or like Thai basil. So they use a lot of different things, sort of like mint in their cooking, especially in different types of salad. I remember this one salad that I think was raw, that had a lot of raw beef. And I was trying to make it spicy just so it was going to be more edible, and putting in the lime juice and smashing up the peppers. I remember one time smashing up the peppers and one of the seeds flew and got stuck in my eye. So my eye was on fire for an hour. So sometimes the food there is very spicy, sometimes it's very salty, sometimes it's very sweet. They know how to put a lot of sugar in their food, so you should probably watch out if you have diabetes or if you have other medical concerns. Overall, I remember it being very sour.